Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You know what time it is. I'm just over here hanging out doing my thing, so figured I'd. Oh, it's going through the microphone. That's okay. But yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You know, I'm just over here hanging out. It's your boy DJ Lotus X. We ain't got nothing going on. This is the first time I've ever just kind of been live, doing nothing other than like playing music or something like that on Bass Life. So I'm just kind of testing the water, seeing what we're looking like. That turns the camera on and off. That shows YouTube. I don't quite understand what that did, other than just get away from what I was trying to do. Oh, I guess that shows me the chats. But anyway, we're about to glue this little thing together, so I'm just figured I'd come on, see what's going on. Oh, I can make that bigger or smaller, not bad at all. And talk to you guys for a little while I'm doing it, you know, no harm, no foul. I'm gonna hop on here and make sure the stream's alright for you guys. I'm just gonna be talking about random stuff, whatever I feel like talking about at the time, so strap in. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Well, yeah, I guess everything sounds acceptable. Testing, testing. Yeah, I guess everything sounds acceptable. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So the microphone is definitely coming from here. I want it to come from the other one, but you know how that goes. But either way, it's working out, so that'll work. I'm gonna put some music in the background. This is something I made, so if you enjoy it, throw a like up there. If not, it's okay. I appreciate you watching either way. I'm gonna unplug this microphone since it's not doing nothing except getting on my nerves. Alright, that's good. So yeah, whatchamacallit, let's put this thing in here. Take it down so we'll find it. Yeah, I can see it, but you can also see the little thing I'm working on here. It's like freaking tiny as hell. But I'm trying to essentially glue it together, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know why my microphone isn't quite as good as it was before. You know what I mean? So, it's like it's okay, but it's not great. That'll at least help it if nothing else. Yeah, so what's up, guys? Tell me what's going on in your lives. Because I got nothing going on. I'm about to start gluing this thing, see what the hell going on here. Take me a dab hit and get it going. you're here, make sure you say hi, give a like, all that kind of stuff. I just got started like 2 minutes ago, so we're just kind of getting our bearings going. It's our first live chat, you know what I'm saying? Where we're not really doing much, but just kind of talking. Other than when we're on bass life and stuff like that, making, showing music and whatnot. But today I've got a menial task to do, which is to finish putting together this 3D model, little paper model. So I figured I'd just hop on, talk some shit with you guys, and see what everybody's up to while I do. My girl's over there asleep, that's why I'm trying not to be too loud, you know what I'm saying? If you're there, you might as well take a dab hit with me. Bill, whatever you got. Anyway, but you see essentially what we're working on. We got this little tiny guy, folded, glue these little pieces together, and it'll end up looking something like this. We got these little guys together. Little set of stairs. And so now I got this, which is going to be a kind of like a walkway between two buildings. You know what I mean? Still got to glue this part together and put some of these little tiny pieces and stuff together, and that's where we're at now. Trying to get this down just a little farther to where you guys can see what's going on. Don't beat me up for my cookies. You know I gotta have something to eat around here. What in the world is going on with this thing? This thing is all messed up. Like, it's not messed up, it's just not, it's not strong enough for this phone. This phone is freaking heavy as crap. But yeah, essentially there's little numbers all over the place here. All these little white dots are numbers. And they correspond to a, thing that you have to glue to them with one of these little pieces. So that's number 38, that's number 39, number 37, of course. There's a 37 on this flap, and there's a 37 on this side. So we, glue them together like this. And then all these other little numbers. Some of them have little slits in them right there. And you fit things into those little slits to make little stuff as well. And yeah, if you're stopping in, whether you're watching it live or pre-recorded, throw me a message down there, let me know what you're thinking. I'm gonna get started here. Oh, there is one thing that I definitely wanted to talk about. It's that damn PS5 Pro. Because it's a lot of different situations going on. It's like, it could be a really great device. But what I'm feeling like it's probably going to be is a cash grab And I'm honestly, this is probably going to be my last PS5 or well, PlayStation in general, just because I see what they're trying to do, and I'm really not for it anymore. Like, if I was going to absolutely gonna want someone to take my money all the time for as much as they could possibly take, anytime they could take it every couple years, and they're guaranteed to take that just because I like the way some of their things work, I'm just not for it. I don't feel like a console in any way should be over $600. But the PS3 was $600 back then. That was crazy. That was freaking stupid nuts. And now it's like, now it's $700 for a PS5 Pro. I'm just not for it. I'm not having it. Like I said, I'm sure it's a great system. I don't have anything wrong with it, but it's not going to be worth it to me. I'll get one, but that will be the last one I get. Like, I think I'm done with PlayStation in general because they're just trying to rob people now. Like, listen, I literally don't even care about your profit margins at all. You guys make $27. Last year, you made $27 every millisecond. Well, every hundredth of a second. Sony made $27 every hundredth of a second. Yeah, think about that. $27 every 100th of a second. Crazy. If I was ever making it, I make $15 an hour. In 1 hour, I make $15. You know, my girl makes more than that. So I'm not broke in any way, but it's not like that I make crap tons of money. And at the end of the day, if I wanted to pay that much for a system, I probably would start considering building a PC. We're getting close. But no matter what, Sony comes to me and says, I need you to pay $700 for this system because we're not making enough money. That's dead to me. I'll have to try. I'm trying to figure out where these things fold at. They all fold specific ways so that they fit into each other and stuff. But anyway, there's no way I'm sitting there paying. I mean, I'm like I said, the only reason I'm going to do it this time is because I want to play GTA 6 the best it can be. That's literally the reason that most people are going to do it. So, to me, I'm going to do it for GTA 6. I'm not doing it for Sony. I just know that it's going to be the best way to play GTA 6. It's just the way it is until you get a PC. And at that point, you might as well go and get you one. You know, like I said, it's a different comparison because yes, things are more expensive nowadays. But at the end of the day, when somebody makes $27 per 100th of a second, you're not telling me that you need more money, so you're going to charge me that makes $15 every hour, 1 hour, out the ass, because you need to make just a tiny bit more money. Come on, bro. That's crazy. You're not thinking about your customers anymore. You're not thinking about your people, the players. You're thinking about margins, and that's just not where it's at. To me, at least. You know, I know about business. So, when it comes to business, I'm just, oh, jeez. What the hell? But yeah, so to me, when it comes to business, I'm just not the guy to okay. Thing is, why not? I just want to go back to the thing. Oh, there's a thing in my way. There we go. We'll put on something new, see what they got. Oh, jeez. And you gotta watch a little ad for them to do their thing. Anyway. But yeah, anyway, I feel like that it's just a little bit too much money this time. And as I've watched the PS4 grow and then into the PS5, I'm like, yeah, I like the way Sony's going. And then they hit us with this shit. Like, oh no, that can't happen. That cannot happen. I just can't pay that much for it again. Like I said, I'm gonna do it this time. I have no choice. I want to play GTA 6 the best way it can be, and I'm gonna need another PS5 anyway, because me and my girl are gonna need one. I've got a PS4. She's got the PS5 on the big TV. You see, I got a studio. I'll eventually have a PS5, and we'll play GTA 6 together. So we'll have to have two systems, and there's no reason for me to buy a regular one if there's a new one coming out. Whether I want to buy that, whether I want to buy it at that price or not, doesn't matter at that point. I want to play GTA 6 the best way it can be played, and the only way to do it is to get a PS5 Pro. So there I'm stuck. But like I said, at the end of the day, GTA 6 is definitely going to hold me over for however long it takes. I play VR, all kinds of stuff already. You can check out my channel right here. Check out some videos you see on me on Ghost of Tabor all the time. So I feel like by the time the PS6 comes out in 2028, maybe 2028, that we're not going to have any issues. Not necessarily having a little bit more competition, but the fact remains is that we're going to have VR is going to be in a totally different space. Man, who knows? I mean, just think what the Apple Vision Pro was supposed to do and what it could have shaped into. Like I said, the Apple Vision Pro 2 might be out there somewhere. It might be happening. But, maybe not right now. Dude, get off of my screen. Jesus fucking Lord right now. What are we doing? I want this little bar to go away. That's what I want. But I think it's going to stop me from streaming. Hold on. Of course. And of course it did. So I want to... I just don't want that there anymore. Let me see what I can do. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that works. Okay. That's what I wanted to do anyway, so. I'm going to see what kind of things that they have on here, and we'll get some music going, some live music here. So anyway, let me cut my AC back on real quick. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here for the rest of my life and rant about PS6 and PS5 this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm just not one of those people that is going to continue on with this crap forever with these people, because I really I don't feel like I need to, you know what I mean? I feel like that either they're going to start getting some competition in these markets, or that's just going to be it. We're just going to get out of here, man. I mean, yeah, there's three places you can go. You can go to Switch, you can go to Xbox, you can build you a PC. And for some reason, I guess Sony thinks that that's like really difficult when it's more just expensive. You know, there's things that we do that are more expensive than others. And we don't necessarily always want to pay those prices, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what the fuck? So when that happens, you play the game, you do your thing, you know what I'm saying, and you get the thing you want. Now, if the thing you want's a PS5 Pro, that's where it is. You're gonna have to fork out the cash, because honestly, you better do it at the beginning. Anyway, if you do want one, if you want a PS5 Pro, you better do it at the beginning. Don't wait, don't try to get it later, don't try to do this, that, and the other. Get it now, buy it if you're gonna do it. Just do it. But if you're not gonna do it, don't think about it. Just go out and get your regular PS5 and you're gonna be just fine, I'm sure. Because that, just like a lot of people have said, it's probably not a console for you. You know? And of course, if you want to play all the games that you can play, you know, the best way that they can be played, of course, you're gonna have to get your PS5 Pro. What can you do? It's the best way it is. But is it better or just good? You know what I'm saying? At what it does. See, we're gluing a little roof on here now. But I don't think it's necessarily whether it's better or not. I think it's going to be a question of, is it going to be better for you? Because at the end of the day, it's always going to be a situation where it's relative. There's a relative measure to it. You can't, you can't just everybody's not going to be able to afford a PS5 Pro, and that's fine. And if you want one and you can afford it, even if you can't afford it, go get it. Do what you got to do. But if you don't want it, just don't worry about it, because you can go get you a PS5. It's going to do great. If you don't want to spend an extra $200, perfect. I'm not here to advocate for Sony. I'm not here to advocate for PCs or Xbox or anything else. All I'm saying is that when it comes to what I'm doing and what I advise anyone else to do, if they ask me, because plenty of people have been asking, whether I think it's worth it. And my answer is, if it's worth it to you. It's always going to be the answer. If it's worth it to you, then it's worth it. If it's not worth it to you, there's no amount of any kind of explanation or convincing or anything like that that's going to get you to believe that this product will work in your life for that price. Not that you don't think it'll work in your life, or not that you don't think that things can happen, but the question is, can it work for your life? And the answer for me is no.
Stop
I mean,
buying
yes,
courses. You don't
but
need to
only
spend
because
$10,000 on an econ coach. Listen, we built an AI that will build your store for you completely free. It will load 20 hot trending products on your store for you and write descriptions for you for free. It will set up the terms and condition pages, the policy pages, all of the settings for you for free. And I'm not going to charge you a dime. I dare you to see if you use this tool to
get
build a
out
store.
of my life. Oh yeah, I'm gonna want the stupid ad to get done.
The reason we don't have to charge you is because we are some of the top partners in the world.
So you're gonna give me the thing. Dude, you're tripping over here, bro. But anyway, like I said, at $27 a millisecond, y'all can afford to make a console for less than $700. Is all there is to it. You know, it's not about whether we can afford it. It's not about whether anybody thinks it's a great idea or whatever. The fact remains is you're selling a system that 99% of your people won't be able to afford and don't care about because it's not doing enough for them. So, you know, that's where we're at. That's just all there is to it. And if you want a reason that this console doesn't end up selling as well as you think it should, I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's just because you priced it too high and you tried to get too many people, you tried to get people to come after something that wasn't really worth it, in my opinion. You know, it just wasn't worth it at the end of the day. Dude, what are we doing with you right now, bro? I just honestly want this thing out of the way. I wonder which one of these I'm going to be minimizing right now. Yeah, it worked. Oh, that's perfect. So if it actually works, then...
Do you still use credit processors like Stripe or Square? Yeah.
And I have access to all my buttons again. Perfect. I mean, like I was saying, I'm just not that guy, I guess. I maybe could, you know, if it gave more, I would be really excited about it. But right now, I'm more just like upset that I know I have to do this. If you understand. Like, if you're a PlayStation or, well, not just a gamer in general, you want the best of the best. And if you need to buy another one anyway, you're probably going to go for the upgraded version. You know, it's just science. It's just science of America. If, you know, when you break your phone, you go, damn. Or, you know, you lose it or whatever, or it's just time to get an upgrade, you get the new one. And that's exciting. So when you go, and your last one was, now we're talking about generational upgrades though. If you're talking about going from a Galaxy S22 to an S24, you're probably going to find some good reason for that. If you're talking about going from an S23 to an S24, then you're really not going to give yourself a lot of reason to get that. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you're going to be like, you know, I need a new phone anyway, so whatever, you know. But if you don't absolutely need a new phone, you're probably not going to go for it. You're probably going to wait till the S25, something like that. So if you're not going to, if you don't believe right now that you're thinking, if you're not considering a PS5 Pro, you're not the person that's going to buy one. Bar none. But at the end of the day, you might be considering it if they had given it a decent price. I'm just saying. And we all know that part. But yeah. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down there. Are y'all getting the PS5 Pro, or we still down to a PS5? Because, like I said, it's not even about price anymore. It's just about, what it's going to do for you. And if it's not going to do anything for you, nobody's going to buy it. Straight up. It's really not going to do anything for me other than be the best console that it can be, which is barely passable. So, you're going to pass because I want the best of the best. Not because it's 10 times better or even 2 times better than the original. I just have one. I need 2 of them. I'm going to get the better one if there is one available because I have to go spend this money anyway. So it is what it is. Can I figure this out right now? Okay. So you got the little wings. Put the wings inside of the thing, and then it'll make a little bridge kind of guy like the rest of this thing. And I think you'll enjoy it when it all gets done. But yeah, let me know what y'all guys are thinking. If you're gonna get you a PS5, let me know. PS5 Pro. If not, let me know, because it's one of those things. It's definitely it's a hard sell, boy. It is a hard sell. And if you don't absolutely love PlayStation and or just essentially want to have at least this last go around before the all digital alternate reality, whatever future that we're about to go into after all this, because you know it's going to be crazy. This 2024 has been a crazy year. It's been an amazing year, for me at least. It hasn't been great, it hasn't been bad, but it's definitely been okay. It's been good. I've gotten a lot of good things done, and that's cool. So I'm trying to figure out what the freaking hell is going on right now. These go this way, so there's no doubt about that. Which means that this would go in here. But in order to do that, I would have to, the little numbers need to match up. You know what I'm saying? The girl's over there tossing and turning on there. She's hasn't been sleeping great lately. Yeah, this is the way y'all want it. This is the way you get it, bro. I need to slip that down a little so it's slip here. Yeah. Like I said, it is. And when you're talking about PS5 Pro, it is like it's getting into console territory, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's right, I keep missing it. So yeah, essentially, it's a very expensive product. That's craziness to want it to want to pay that much for it. I gotta do what I gotta do just because I want to play things on the best console there will be at the time. But at the end of the day, I'm not happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. There we go. Got this little guy down. Put that little flap in there. See, it's a little roof on the other side of the building here. It's going to be connecting like these guys do. It's got the little barn doors and everything here. It's kind of flimsy right now because it's still all broken up and not glued down or anything, but yeah. So yeah, I actually need to glue these down. Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, so I need to glue these down. So yeah, let's switch the topic here real quick. I want to talk a little bit about the universe here because I know y'all got some crazy stories, but this is a crazy place we live in. Not like the Earth, just the universe in itself, you know? And not just the fact that we all kind of came out of nowhere and now we're here, 2,000 and something years later. Nobody knows really anything about what happened, really. You know what I'm saying? We know what we've done, but we don't know what happened before that. We just don't know. You know? History wasn't even a thing until we invented it. I mean, there was history, but we didn't know that. We didn't understand thinking about things that happened before. It wasn't important back then. So, you know, when it became important, then we started writing shit down, but who knows how much time had actually really truly passed before we started writing anything down, you know? And at the end of the day, it's kind of one of those things where you wonder, like, not necessarily like all about the Big Bang or any of that stuff, but it's just, what was really before this? Was there nothing before this? You just dropped out of nowhere? The stork brought you? I just don't believe that. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, we can only believe what we're told at the end of the day. Truly. We can only truly believe. Not even in God or anything or whatever, blah, blah, blah. but just more the fact of people say something and you can either choose to believe it or not, you know? So, and that's where the trust factor comes in. It's like, we know about the universe, or what we think we know about it, but how much do we actually really know? Probably nothing. About 0.001% of anything, ever. Truly. What we'll really, really know. And we're just such a small race of people. At the end of the day, me and my girl were talking about that earlier, who knows what's out there? How many alien races, how much smarter they are, how much more, how much more they can do than us. Not necessarily, oh, why doesn't the aliens come visit? Necessarily, like, what would they come visit for? If there is a planet full of things out there that they already can functionally understand because they're smarter than us, if they can already do all the things that we can do so they can't learn anything from us, we don't know how to have the kind of, we don't have the kind of technology they have, so they can't teach us anything without them becoming enemies because we know their secrets now. Everything's a toss-up in that way. You teach somebody your secrets now, they know your secrets, and they can use it against you if they choose to, you know? So that's where the trust comes back again. You give that somebody that secret, how long are they going to keep it? How long are you going to be friends? How long are you going to love each other? Whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? But I'm going to tell you one thing at the end of the day. I'm not, and I cannot live my life thinking about things like that. You know, there's trust and verify. That's what it was invented for, because I can't always be watching over my back about what you might do. So I just have to make sure everything's right either way. You know, and most people are advised, everybody is advised to do the same thing. Don't trust everything you hear. Make sure it's true first. Verify it somewhat with a different source or whatever it has to be, you know. But do that. But to me, this is a wild place that we live that really just, it's really great and it's really crazy and terrible and not necessarily Earth, the U.S., but just this universe that we know of is a really wild place. And to even exist here is just a really weird coincidence, you know? A really weird coincidence that we ended up here. If you don't believe in God or any kind of ruler or anything like that, it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, when you came from nothing, you know, in our eyes, we came from nothing, and we're trying to figure out what we did come from. So we go out there and try to figure that out, you know. This is how far we've gotten so far. We're doing pretty good. We got the other side of the bridge here going, and we'll find out what that attaches to. Probably one of these guys. We got this done so far. So essentially, what do we really know? Probably nothing. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it ended up being. We know nothing. But we actually know a lot more than we think. And if you believe in meditation and things like that, you know, the secrets of the earth will be open to you. And what they say, you know how it goes, but at the end of the day, you gotta believe what you believe. You know, if you believe in meditation, then meditate. And make that something that you truly believe in. If you don't, you know, at the end of the day, I love the fact that just, at least America, and the way it's supposed to be in the world, we live in a place where you're supposed to be able to, if you don't do anything to hurt anybody else, You should be free to live and do whatever you want because that's your right. You're not hurting anybody. You're doing your thing. There shouldn't be anybody there to stop you unless you're doing something illegal or hurting somebody else. You know, that kind of thing. So, and in the world that we live in, it's really easy to go online and watch other people have a great time and, you know, this and that and the other. But we also forget sometimes, like, we do have to definitely make sure that we spend time with ourselves and with each other and say, you know what? I just really appreciate being here with you right now. You know, I really appreciate everything you do and everything that you are. And so, excuse me if I'm rambling, but that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Just in the effects of it. Let me switch this music just a little bit here. It's been kind of doing the same thing after one right after the other. But just because, you know, it's what I'm playing. Yeah, let's just switch that up a little bit here. But yeah, essentially just do your thing, you know? Live your life. Don't worry about what anybody else has got going on in that way, unless it affects you, you know? Because at the end of the day, 2024 is the year of the freaking dragon out here. It's probably not the year of the dragon really in Chinese and whatnot, you know, but at the end of the day, it's the year. You know, 2024 has been a crazy year, and it's been, man, 2024 is freaking nuts. Oh, nothing goes up in here. Okay, this is it. 2024 has been freaking nuts for a lot of different reasons. Not necessarily just because of, okay, they're all going here. Not necessarily just because Trump assassinations and Kamala Harris doing whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about any of that stuff. You know, there's coastal elites at the very, very top at the Electoral College. They're the ones who make the votes. They're the ones who vote to our president, who our next president will be. So I can't continue to lie to myself or anyone else. I'm not going to sit there and act like any of that shit matters. It doesn't. It does not in any way. The person that you put on that ballot will never matter. When the second they said that we could be overruled essentially by a group of 5 guys in a living room smoking cigars, no, that was it for me. Like, why would I vote when I know that my vote doesn't count? Truly. It truly does not count. They say what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to add up all the votes from all the states. And all of their states have their weight. And so when you give those weights to the state, to the Electoral College, then the Electoral College, or, you know, all the states' governors have voted officially, and then they go into, you know, they casted their vote of who they want the people at the Electoral College to vote for. So your vote didn't even matter for them because the governors could vote for who they wanted to vote for at the end of the day. It didn't even matter what you said. They could vote for whoever they wanted to vote for your state. And that's who the state voted for. Blam. So, okay. But that doesn't even matter either because there's a bigger group of people called the Electoral College that then vote on their own. They say, you know what? The 5 of us are going to get together and we're going to vote for the presidency. We're supposed to have counted all of them up, and now that we've got all of them, we'll say, I represent these sections, I represent these sections. We're the five guys, we represent the five sections, and the five sections say that this person should be president. That's not how it ended up working. For whatever reason, they said, you know what, we're just going to say fuck everything else. We're going to go into this room, decide who the president is, and that's it. So I'm not going to continue trying to blind myself into thinking that my vote matters, so I don't even care about any of that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying 2024 has been a crazy year. Like I said, outside of politics, for all kinds of different reasons. And I hope it's going well for you as well. I'm trying to... Okay, good. So I finally figured out where this piece goes. This piece goes into these two guys. They're going to stick into here. I'm going to glue them, and they will continue the... They will be the continuation of this building. It'll be good. So we're going to go ahead and connect those two up. Let's see what this music's sounds like. What in the world is going on? This sounds pretty good. Not bad at all. But yeah, like I said, I hope y'all are having a great 2024. It's been a wild ride, one way or the other, to say the least. You know, you can buy pre-rolls at the damn gas station now. Like 2 years ago, if you got caught with weed, it was going to be an issue. Now you can buy it at BP like it's nothing. Like, we got AR, we got VR, we got XR, we got mixed reality, we got augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. What reality are we going to be living in 5 years from now? Truly, what reality are we going to be living in? Are we going to be part of a simulation that we created? You know, I see a very virtual, synthetic future for us. A very synthetic future in the terms of, you know, think about this. So, in the terms of PlayStation and Xbox, eventually there will be a X station, because they all got together because at the end of the day they were all driving towards the same station, you know. So now that we can do all these different things, we've got so much capability now. But everybody has that capability, so it is very difficult to break into a situation where everybody has the same abilities and everybody has the same options, but they still don't have the same opportunities. And that's the difference. They have the same options and the same abilities, but not the same opportunities. So what I mean by that is that, okay, if somebody lives in the hood and they don't have a computer, they don't have Facebook, they don't have TikTok, YouTube, all this fancy stuff that everybody's got, that we take for granted and think is normal nowadays, then that opportunity is missed. Sure, they have the ability and the option to go to YouTube and make these videos and do the things they want to do, but they don't have an opportunity. You know, they don't have the fundamental things that we have to make it into a reality. You know what I mean? which I think is one of the biggest differences. I believe heavily in the power of three, and that is one of the biggest things. So you've got the opportunity, and now you have the options and the ability. But if you don't use your ability, then you get nowhere. You still have the options and the opportunity. You can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, you can go live, you can go to Shopify and try to make money. You can do whatever you want nowadays. You can go on YouTube and look up how to do anything. You can shape yourself. You can literally shape yourself into the person you want to be. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to get degrees, any of that crap. 2024 says you can do whatever you want to do as long as you have the ability and the opportunity and the option to go seek that information out. You know, if you go do that, 2024 will give you your life. But at the end of the day, there's still that third situation. Not everybody has the option. Because the opportunity, because the option and the ability don't mean anything if you don't have the opportunity. You know? So, to me, I think that's one of the things that we need to focus on nowadays is getting everybody the opportunity. If you don't have a smartphone, if you don't have a computer, any of this stuff, you don't have a lot of the options and the abilities that other people have. You know, that we take for granted. Think about, like right now I'm on a Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now that phone costs a crap ton of money. I didn't pay that much for it. I paid $35 a month or whatever. But I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not the guy. I'm not the guy that has the ability to drop $1,500, $17, whatever. I don't even know how much this phone is. It's probably around 50. I think it's like $14.99, $15.99, something like that. It's crazy. You know, way more than the PS5 we were talking about earlier. And but it does a billion more things and plays games. Just not as well. You know, so I pay twice as much as I will for a PlayStation 5 Pro. But it's my phone, it's my life, it's what I used to get on the internet, it's what I used to make money, it's what I used to stay connected. There's a lot more value to that, to me. You know, so that's why I would pay that much for a phone and not for a PS5. I would never consider, not one time. I don't care if it's PS7 Pro Max Ultra. I would never pay the same amount that I would pay for my phone for that device, because it only does one thing. You know, sure, it's got Netflix, blah, 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 blah. My TV can do all that on its own, and all it needs is an internet connection. So it's not even, you know, a big deal. To me, the value from the purchase of my phone that costs a hell of a lot more, it's so much smaller, you know, it seems like it wouldn't be as valuable. But honestly, truth is all in the perception. Value is in perception. If you perceive something to be valuable to you, that's valuable to you. And that's fine. Hold on, let me get this freaking door in before this dude food dries. Oh yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my rambling so far. I've just been kind of talking about different random stuff throughout the night. You know, just whatever pops into my mind at the time is kind of what's going on. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like the 2024 just It gives everybody a lot. This year has a lot for us. And if you can go out there, if you can go out there and do it, do it. Do what that thing that you're thinking about doing. Go start that business. Go plant that flower. Whatever thing it is that you want to do. Go do that. Just do that this time. Don't say you're going to do it and not do it. Don't think about it hard and, wonder, oh man, I should have done that, I should have whatever, but just go do that this time. It is time. You have too many reasons that you can, and not enough reasons that you can't anymore. There's just not enough reasons that you can't anymore. Unless you don't have the opportunity. If you don't have the opportunity, that's different. If you do not have the things that other people have, and you physically cannot afford them, because usually, when you're a younger person and you're kind of under the will of your parents, something like that, you don't always have the opportunity to start your own YouTube page or start Shopify, drop shipping and all this kind of selling stuff online. That's your opportunity part. You're missing it because you're too young. You have parents that are, they're not keeping you down, they're keeping you safe, whatever it is. They might not have the ability for you to start a $30, $40 a month business online that you don't know is ever going to come to anything. You just don't know. You just don't know in this world. But there's one thing you do know in this world. That you can try again, and again, and again, and again. And this world will continue to give you that opportunity. This world that we're in right now. Not the world of 1980, not the world of 1990, early 2000s. There's a lot of things that we couldn't do back then that we can do now. And that's the difference. It's like, oh jeez. Okay, so yeah, those are locked in. They're movable doors, but they're not like, they're under this little lip so they can reach. Hold on. Number 24. So there's a couple numbers I'm not seeing here, but I think those are ones that I'll have to complete tomorrow because they're not part of what I'm doing right now. I'm only doing certain pieces that I didn't get done earlier. So there's, in order to finish, this is Castle Black. This is the wall from Game of Thrones. So in order to finish the whole thing, there's a lot more pieces that we still gotta do. So I'm just putting these pieces together that I have. Yeah, 2024 says do that. Do that thing that you want to do, that you've been telling yourself that you can't do, or that you may not have the ability to do. Because you do. You definitely have the ability to do whatever you want this year. And next year, in 2025, that's the difference. 2024 is the year that's ready to do all these things. 2025 is the year that's, a lot of people are going to have a lot of these things in place. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a little more difficult, but it can be done still. I have no doubt that if you want to do it, you definitely can do it in 2024. And still in 2025 as well. What in the hell? I need to lost something or something here. And 41. I think those pieces may still be in the box. Because I do not, like I remember seeing them. Oh, there's 14 and 13 on the table there. Like I remember seeing them, but I definitely don't remember. I don't have them right now, I don't believe. you're about to see a real crucial part right here. You're about to see some of these things put together. So, okay, this is the house that we have right now. Little house, you know, whatever. I'm gonna attach these stairs to it. You know, and you'll see how it all works out. But yeah, this is the year. This is your year. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Just go do it. You know, there's a lot of life. I swear, I feel like that a lot of people unfortunately forget that. They get a little older sometimes, and they forget that there's life out there. That they used to love to do fun things. You know? Let's switch up the vibe just a little bit here. I don't want to watch that. Gotta watch a stupid ad every time.
Do you still use credit processors like Stripe or?
But anyway, so yeah. When it comes to, like I say, I think a lot of older people sometimes, not even older people, just people in general, they just forget to kind of live, you know, and they forget that they really enjoy doing certain things. They forget that people like hanging out with them. They forget that people miss them, you know, and it's just, I feel like it's kind of sad sometimes. It's like, you know, you really have a life out there. You do. You just got to go live it. And it's difficult sometimes. It is difficult to not necessarily pull yourself out of bed, but, you know, we work a lot. We all work a lot. We work so fucking much. Those people at the top will never understand this shit. They will never understand how much we work out here. Never. You know? And anybody that has never had to work truly will never understand what it's like to work. What it's like to put hours in. You know what I mean? And not be able to call out that day. Even when you're not feeling good. Blah, blah, blah. People just, oh, I'm going to take a sick day today. You know, whatever. If you haven't lived a life where you had to struggle for something, or at least weren't given everything, then you don't understand. And you will never understand until you've had it all taken away from you. And there's number 15. Until you've had it all taken away from you, you have to get it back on your own.
Playing the school game is the fastest way to start.
What in the hell is this? Anyway, but yeah, just, there's so many situations where there's certain types of people that will never understand how hard other people work. And there's nothing that we're ever really going to be able to do about that, unfortunately. And I just don't understand why. Like, do people really not
Are you a lyricist wanting to hear how your songs sound? With Donna AI, you can bring your lyrics to life.
That people work out here? And that not everybody has all the different things that everybody else has? I just don't understand why that there's sometimes that apparently people just don't, they think that everybody has all the things. And we all don't have all the things, you know? Oh, jeez. I'm trying to make this little box smaller. It's just like the YouTube thing is right in the way. Just because of how I accidentally shaped it. Oh, that's crazy, man. Yes, that. Oh, that is crazy. There we go.
Do we get the gun or do we go for more troops? Let's get more troops. Perfect decision. We wipe them out. Now we got the AK upgrade. Okay, can we get the drone? No, I think we want more troops.
Dude, it isn't. I still can't get to it. God, I hate that sometimes. Why? Dude. It's like, it's just small enough to not be able to work with that way. There we go. Alright, that's good. But yeah. Just don't let anybody tell you can't do something, because this year you can do anything you want to do. That's kind of funky. Let's see what else we got. Here we go, message. But yeah, just live your life. Don't let anybody tell you different, yo. Because at the end of the day, nobody's living our life but us. Nobody will understand our struggles but us. And nobody can overcome those struggles but us. For real. Like, I'm trying to fold this little tabby in now. I just got it in there. I got everything in there, then I gotta fold this stupid little tab down and glue that. See, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. But it's not glued, so it's alright. Just to put back in. But yeah, just live your life, yo. Like, just make what you want to happen though. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it out here. Guarantee you that much. Nobody's gonna do it. Not your favorite YouTuber. Not your mom, not your grandma. Nobody is going to make your life the way you want to make it. And even if they do, they're probably helping. They're normally people are making you, helping you make your life the way they see life, that you should have it. Which isn't always what you want. You know, and what you want actually does matter. So, make your say known, you know. There's not a whole lot we can do to change the things that we have going on when it comes to our instant availability. You can't make yourself get $1 million, but if you can help yourself get $5 or $10 or, you know, whatever it happens to be, then that's a start, you know. That's all there is to it. That's a start. And that's all we can really do right now. That's all you can do is just a start. Like, even when you know that something is probably not going to work out, if you give it that try, who knows, it might. It might just work out, you know? Look at those nice plucks back on. Y'all about to hear me come out with a nice little something with that one. But yeah, like, so, think about this. I'm up at freaking 2, 3 in the morning. I don't even know what time it is anymore. Pretty sure this is 3:26. Matter of fact, I got the thing right next to me. Are you still glued? You staying good? Yeah, I think she stayed glued this time. Let's glue this little part. So now you see what it is now. The little house has got some steps in front of it. Nice little guy. You know? This little piece is kind of hanging here because I didn't do it right there. It's beautiful. Yeah. Nice set of stairs on the Castle Black. Not bad. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's doing good. This is what it's supposed to look like, so I think it's working out. But yeah, just live your life, do your thing, have a great time out here, because at the end of the day, it's you. You got to do your thing now, you know. Eventually, you get old enough, you You realize that nobody's going to do anything for you, really. And that's not even being mean. That's just saying that, you know, nobody has time to worry about. If they had time to worry about one person, then they'd be like, oh, why aren't you worrying about me? Why aren't you worrying about me? Like, you know, where does it end? Who is important enough for you to worry about as much as you have to worry about the things you have going on? You know? And when that person's important enough, that's probably somebody you love, somebody that you're in your family or something like that, that you do enjoy spending your time with. And that you would put aside some of the things that you like to do to spend time with them and do the things that they like to do. That's normal. That's the way it's supposed to be. You know? But when it comes to people asking you for $20 all the time, or like, you know, they just can't get right. There's just never going to be a situation where they can pull it together. And I'm not talking about they don't make more than $14 an hour. That's 90% of us. You know, I'm talking about people who end up getting that opportunity. They have the ability, the option, and the opportunity, and they don't take it. They don't want it. They just live life on coast. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys, and I never have been. I hope I never become that, because to me, I feel like that when you're trying to live in this world, you gotta be at least 40% proactive in order to get anywhere. If you're less than 40% proactive, and that's not even doing regular stuff, that's proactive. That's doing stuff that you did not have to do. That's not going to work. That's not taking care of your kids. That's things like this little guy that I'm doing with my girlfriend, because this is something that we enjoy together. And you know, it's not the normal come home, watch TV, play the game, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go get something to eat from whatever stupid place, come home, watch TV, and just that cycle of stuff. So instead, you know, every once in a while we pop something in like this. Things that we're doing things together. We're enjoying our time. We both like this little thing. It's nothing. It's really good. You know, I've enjoyed having something to do with my hands when I'm doing these things. And we actually put together a really nice miniature bookend, which is like hold on, I'm going to show you. It's a crazy situation. Yeah, give me just a second. I'll be right back. So we actually put this together. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this guy is freaking crazy, man. If I could get a little closer, I would. I want to like enlarge this. Are you serious? I could have got away. That is so stupid. There's been a little thing there the whole time up there. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Dude, what are we doing, bro? Oh, you are tripping right now. This man is tripping. You are tripping out, bro. Anyway, so yeah, you can see this is what it looks like from the inside, and I'm trying to get my feed back up. Now it freaking went away. It actually won't come up anymore. Anyway, so yeah, you can see that it's definitely very intricate. It's got a lot going on, and it took freaking forever to put this thing together. Down to the newspaper on the ground. But yeah, that's just one of the things that we've done that, oh wow. But yeah. So this guy's got his light. And the light you can turn on and off, do whatever. For some reason my options went away, or I would love to give you guys a better shot of that, but yeah. But yeah, if you're watching pre-recorded live, I definitely appreciate you stopping by just to hear me ramble about bullshit. My girl sat up to like she's in the sleep and she's just sitting there like she's watching TV over here. Catching her some Law and Order. SLEEP. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm more like, it's just easier to live it this way. It's just easier to understand what really can happen in this life, because at the end of the day, just, you never know. If y'all got something to hit it now. Hit it now. Very likely to continue, of course. It's a deep thought moment. If you truly understand that the only things we can do about what we're doing is what we do now, you'll understand more kind of how I think. And why I think this way. Because it's just like, there's just nothing else for us, man. Come out here, try to have a good time in your life. That's all there is. That's literally all there is. No, there's 43. That's where you tend to get your attention. I knew I saw 41 and 40. Get into these stupid little tabs right here. They go inside the window like this. And just add on to another building. So we're doing good. We're making great progress right now. But yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I know y'all might not always be here for 15, 20, 30 minutes listening to me ramble, but I definitely appreciate you stopping by either way. Just to check out what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing, what I got going on with this guy. And you know, if you enjoy it, maybe consider dropping a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But yeah, back to the universe. Like I said, man, it's a crazy place out here. And you kind of got to take it by the horns nowadays. Everybody's the next big thing. Literally, everybody is the next big thing. You never know what's going to happen next. You never know who's going to be best friends with somebody they were enemies with yesterday. You never know who's going to freaking stab you in the back. Or who's going to pat you on the back. You know, who's going to try to catch you when you fall. Or who's going to be pushing you. I'm not trying to sound like a Hallmark movie, but I am saying that, you know, just live your life. Just try to live your life the best you can out here. You know, I think people worry so much sometimes about something that may not happen. Like, it's not even like a foreseeable thing. It's just something that they think could happen. You know what I mean? Possibly. Which is good. It's always good to be prepared. But there's a little different between being prepared and being paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. And when you talk about, you know, oh, I might, damn. I wish I hadn't glued all of that in this yet, because there's something that I need to glue way down in there, of course. And actually, no, I can't do it because I'll have to stick the glue through the hole, which would be terrible. It would be a terrible reason to do this thing would be. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to get you in as far as I can get you. Yeah, I'm going to get him in as far as I can get him here. And we'll see what we can do. Well, that's not great, but did what it had to do. Pretty much just put a piece as close as I could get to it. Easy down in there. Just put like glue as close as I can get to the little tabs, and it's kind of running down to them, which is fine. It's gonna have to work out. I do need like a pen or something now. Can I fit this over here? This would be excellent, honestly. One of them went down. Honestly, it's just gonna be better to do my finger. This is crazy. This was a terrible spot to have missed. A really bad spot. And holding all the pieces together now is crazy. Oh shit, did I put glue in it? Oh yeah, I gotta hold all three of them together now. Let me just put my daggone finger in there. The problem as well is so delicate, it's hard to hold them together because I'm trying to hold everything together. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like now. It's almost done. The pieces that I'm doing are almost done. I don't want to bend this either because that's going to make this not stick in quite as far as it needs to. But I think they're going to be just fine, honestly. I think they're going to be alright. If I can get 24 and 25 way back there to stick right. They're the problems. 42 up here is totally good. We're not worried about him at all. That's the problem. There's nothing up against them inside of this thing because I really can't get my finger in the corner of it. But I'm going to do the best I can, and what she ends up with is what she'll be. But it'll look good, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's going to look good either way. I need to make sure that 42 down here is good. Yeah, she's doing good. See, I don't want that curve that I'm getting because of my finger. There we go. Stick that back in there a little bit. Make sure that's flat on there, and then we'll be good to go with these two. But yeah, so what I've been saying is that I think it's a kind of a crazy life that we lead nowadays, and the fact that we have a lot of more opportunities and a lot more options and abilities than we've ever had gives me a lot of hope for at least the kind of future that we have left. You know, like I said, nobody knows what happens tomorrow, but at the end of the day, we all have a reasonable expectation that we're gonna have to fucking go to work tomorrow. You know, it's not, the world isn't gonna end on the day you go to work. The world's gonna go to end on the day you're supposed to go on the greatest vacation you've ever had, and do all the best things you've always wanted to do. That's the day the world's gonna end. It's not gonna end on Tuesday when you had to work a 16-hour shift. It's definitely not gonna end that day. Jesus. But, so, like I said, we have reasonable expectations that we're going to wake up tomorrow, have to go to work, have to do our thing, kids are screaming, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like a lot of people forget to step back and say, you know what? I like it. I like that my kids are there having a great time when I'm home, and they're happy to see me, and they can't wait, you know, to give me a big hug and all this other stuff. And I like that my wife is there, or my girlfriend, or whatever it happens to be. but if someone's there, or if you're coming home to an empty house, enjoy that. Like, you know what? I really appreciate my freedom right now. I really appreciate the fact that I can do kind of a lot of the things I want right now. I can sleep when I want. I can eat when I want. I can eat what I want. You know, I can, let's change this up a little bit here. I'm gonna leave that one alone for just a few minutes to let her continue to dry up a little bit there. Oh, I like this pack right now. Here we go, watch. I'm hoping this one's gonna do it. Ooh, that's a good little. Anyway. This is a nice mysterious beat I like right now. Like I said, I've never heard this, never played any of this stuff. I just put it together right now, right in front of you there. I've never heard this pack because I just downloaded this, so, you know. But I like it, definitely. I hope that bass is kicking the way it's supposed to right now. I'm gonna throw this little guitar in there. Ooh, that is good. Let's take it out for a second. Look at that, that just goes to show you, that's one thing. I brought that guitar in at a different spot. You know, it's the same exact guitar, but it makes the song sound different. And that's life. There's just variables everywhere. I got glue all over my freaking fingers. See, with this thing, you know, just little tiny bits of wood. Like, this is nothing down there. Look at that. Yeah, these little white bits. That's all you glue you need. Just in case you ever get one of these. This is the Game of Thrones set. It's from, like, this is Castle Black, but they have all the pieces of all the different lands, and you just piece them together like this. What the fuck am I doing? I was thinking I could do something, but I mean, it would work out, but it's not. I'm not gonna do it. But it's all good. But yeah, if you're watching this pre-recorded live, I definitely appreciate it. I'm just hanging out, talking to the people, whoever's out there listening. Like, I literally have no idea at any other time most of the time, but now I definitely don't because I don't even have the stream up. I just have, you know, I'm using it as a flashlight right now, so I can't see what's on YouTube. Matter of fact, let me go. Can I go to my... Yeah. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, I'm just hanging out, shooting shit while I'm gluing this thing all to pieces. So, I ain't really got nothing going on except that. Just trying to make sure everything's good here. And then we will be good to go. I feel. That's right, I glued this thing together. I glued these together. I heard a sound. I'm pretty sure y'all probably heard it too. I might even almost woke her up. More than likely not to have. You know, I think I will try it. Let me see. Oh, that's creepy. That's crazy looking. Hold on, hold. What the fuck is going on here?
Nah.
Oh, that's crazy. What the fuck? That's crazy. Ho. I'm fucking wigging right now. I can't actually get anything done because the thing was tripping. It was showing me what I was doing, and it was what I was doing, so it was just all fucking everything. It was the whole fucking thing. But yeah, so we got the front porch and everything set up. You know what I'm saying? That goes on its own. And we got the guys set up here. We got to hook him in to one more house. And then we'll be done with that. We most certainly will be. We will be done with that. So this is what it looks like right now. This would be a building. This is a set of buildings that is about to attach to this building. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a nice little set. You'll see in a second. Let's switch this out real quick. That's not bad. And actually that's not in tune. That's not the way that's supposed to go. They're supposed to be going just a little bit different. You can see if you watch these little white markers that they're not in sync. They're about 2 steps behind each other. Let's put them in. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds different. It just does. But it's all about timing. It's all about perception. And I haven't even touched any of these guys over on the right. I think this is dry enough to deal with the roof on this and you know, connect these 2 buildings here after I get this one set up. Well, I can't actually do this one yet because there's pieces in there that I'm missing from the other side. But yeah. Oh, they're having fun when they do that. But yeah, whether you're watching pre-recorded or live, I definitely appreciate it. It means a lot that you're coming hanging out with me, seeing what I'm up to, because I'm not doing nothing but hanging out, my boys and girls. We're having a great time putting this little thing together. You know what I mean? I could have probably been done with this by now, but I'm just kind of hanging out, talking to people and shit. So, Like I said, I've always felt comfortable on the mic behind the camera and stuff, so it's not even like, it's just natural to me now to not like be live, but you know, if there's a camera around, I'm not like camera shy all of a sudden. There we go with that. That's good to go. And then we'll put the two of these guys together, and that'll be about it. I'm just gluing this roof on right here. It's looking real nice too. I'm gonna coat just a little bit of glue right there. Doing the roof on there. But yeah, if you want to get one of these, I think my girl picked up at like Michael's or something for like $40. So it's not even very expensive or anything like that. And this is actually a lot of stuff. Like there's like freaking 40 of these things. They're all in, like they're all just pieces of paper that you take these little cutouts of. And then once you get the cutout, you know, then you fold it all up and everything, and it becomes this or this. You know? And I'll tell you what, watch this. I'm about to switch it all up. Look at that. And she's as good as she's gonna get at this point. So we got this guy, we attach him to the other one that we can't fold up just yet. And that's it. So that we can do for now. We're into it too. What the hell is the issue here? So to make sure all the flaps are flat this time, because I can't afford to have to try to glue up in one of these buildings again. This one work. You can get up in here. See stuff like that can mess this whole damn thing up. Crazy. Number 41 is take this up like that. There we go. I want to make sure those got tight up against each other. I don't really want to be able to see the crease if I can help it. There we go. But yeah, one thing I do want y'all to do while you're out there, just go out to somebody you know and tell them you love them. Just tell them you love them. I mean it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say it because you're saying it. We do that all the time. You know, go up to somebody that you really love and that you care about and that you can not wait to see at the end of your day. Look them right in the eyes and say, you know what, I really love you. I don't tell you that enough, but I really do. I really truly love you. More than anything in this world. Or if you're not comfortable with that, just say, listen, and it's your best friend, like, listen, you're my best friend. I really appreciate you being my best friend. I love having you around. You know, I really like having you around. I really like spending time with you. You're an important part of my life, you know. Now for essentially the simulated version of what it's going to end up looking like, this one at least. And that's what that one will look like when it's done. When I glue this part over here. But yeah. Got a little doors here. Got a little door here. Well, that's just like a continuing fence. And yeah. It's definitely gonna look really good when I get it done. And got a little cutout in the hole here. For a window in the back. So definitely paid attention to detail when they made this thing. So you got this. Oh. Not bad at all. But yeah, I'm gonna get my ass out of here for a while. Y'all enjoy yourselves. I've enjoyed myself talking to you guys candidly and just going over my thoughts about the world and different things going on. PS5 Pro, of course, and different little whatever that's happening in my life. I'm just kind of helping, trying to see if anybody needs, that help and push to get them something to be like, you know what, I can do this. I can definitely do this. I can do that, whatever that thing is that I want to do. It's feasible. You can make it happen. It's 2024. So go do that thing, and I'll see you all in the next one. You have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Mm.